Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Arakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and blessings to the hopefully elect, the 144,000 men pushing the truth, the wholehearted and sincerely across the four winds. It's Ike Iquab with the GMS Germany camp through the Spirit and Power of Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. This lesson is, you see right here, Daniel chapter 2. And Lord willing, this is going to help people, see that the Bible and history are indeed linked one to another, and that the scriptures are indeed and in fact true, and that the Heavenly Father have revealed his secrets in these last days unto his prophets to bring it unto the nations, to receive notification before judgment comes. So through the Spirit and power of Hashem Yahweh Shai, Lord willing, this is edifying. All right. So I'm just going to get straight to it. In Daniel chapter 2, there's a in the beginning it starts as King Nebuchadnezzar having a dream, and he had a dream and he commanded all of his people. So like let's just start from the beginning. All right, the king's forgotten dream, and in the second year of the reign of King Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams wherewith his spirit was troubled and his sleep break from him. The king commanded to call the magicians and the astrologers and sorcerers and Chaldeans to show the king his dreams. So they came and stood before the king. And the king said unto them, I have dreamed a dream, and my spirit was troubled to know the dream. So he couldn't remember the dream that he had. And I'm pretty sure that all of us have had these dreams. Can account for the fact that you have a dream and it be terrifying or be crazy. Then you wake up and the dream flee from you. And then you can't remember it, or you remember bits and pieces of the dream, and this is what the Heavenly Father does. He can control, he imparts wisdom in or your day-to-day activities and the things you're going to do, how you're going to be when you're sleeping. The scriptures say that. I'm not going to get into that, but this is just to give you a brief synopsis, and then spake Salakia. So it's like it. Then spake the Chaldeans to the king in Sirach, O king, live forever. Tell thy servants the dream, and we will show thee the interpretation. And the king answered and said to the Chaldeans, the thing is gone from me. If ye will not make known unto me the dream with the interpretation thereof, ye shall be cut in pieces, and your houses shall be made a dunghill. So they couldn't, they were asking, the king was asking them to do something that they honestly couldn't do. They couldn't even fake such a thing, because this is truly personal. Because why? Because your mind is only to you. And who? And the Heavenly Father. All right? Your mind belongs unto you and the Heavenly Father. Your thoughts belong unto you and the Heavenly Father. No one else knows what you think or how you think. Okay? So that I just saw 144. I'm here at work, parked off on the side. I was sitting here about 30 minutes trying to get this lesson together, and I look up in front of me, and a LKV, like a tractor trailer, parked right in front of me, 1449, right? So it's just dope. Anyways. To get back to this, so your mind and your thoughts are personal to you, and this king Nebuchadnezzar was asking his astrologers and his soothsayers and his so-called magicians to do things that they had no power to do. Okay, and he said he was going to kill them if they couldn't. All right, so now I'm gonna jump down. All right, so then Daniel. All right. So like I said, the Heavenly Father revealed these things unto his men, right? His prophets. All right. The secret is revealed unto Daniel. Then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision. See, when you're sleeping, when you have a dream. Then Daniel blessed the Most High of heaven. Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of the Most High for ever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changed the times and the seasons. He removed the kings and set it up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise, and knowledge to them that know understanding. He revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth within him, with him. Salakia. All right. So now, all right. Hold on. Let me see where it says. All right, it's right here. Daniel chapter 2 and verse 27. Daniel answered in the presence of the king and said, The secret which the king hath demanded cannot the wise men, the astrologers, the magicians, the soothsayers show unto the king. But there is a God in heaven that revealeth secrets, and maketh known unto the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. Thy dream and thy visions of thy head are upon thy bed are these. O king, thy thoughts came into thy mind upon thy bed, what should come to pass hereafter. So now, the Heavenly Father show his power through Daniel. Okay, because he revealed this unto Daniel, and he even revealed what he was thinking himself, and he would make him remember. All right, and then it comes back, yeah. Because when you think of something and then you'll see something and then it'll click, that wasn't there, So this is the same thing that the king is feeling right now, when Daniel telling him his own thoughts. All right. As for thee, O king, thy thoughts came into thy mind upon thy bed, what should come to pass hereafter. And he that revealeth secrets maketh known to thee what shall come to pass. But as for me, this secret is not revealed to me for any wisdom that I have more than any living, but for their sakes, that they shall make known the interpretation to the king, and that thou mightest know the thoughts of thy heart. All right, so the king's dream. O king, thou sawest, and behold, a great image. The image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. The image's head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass, his legs and his feet part of iron and part of clay. All right. His legs of iron, his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. Thou sawest till the stone was cut without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and brake them into pieces. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, the gold broken into pieces together, and became as the chaff of the summer threshing floors, and the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them, and the stone that smote the image became a great mountain that filled the whole earth. All right. So now these things have happened upon the earth. All right. So let's keep reading the interpretation. Babylon, the first kingdom. In this dream, we will tell this is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king. O thou, O king, art a king of kings, for the Salakim. Thou, O king, art a king of kings, for the God of heaven hath given thee a kingdom, power, and strength, and glory. Wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field, the fowls of heaven, hath he given into thine hand, and hath made thee ruler over them all. Thou art this head of gold. All right, so now let's look up something, So, all right. The Babylonian Empire. Okay, so you see, you got the Caucasus Mountains here. All right, you got all of this Media, Slakia, Aria. You see the Persian Gulf, Babylonia, Mesopotamia. You see, Syria, Egypt. All right, that was the Babylonian kingdom, and in the seat of it right there, you know, Baghdad, Iraq. Okay, was the, Babylon, was known as the city of gold. How do we know that? You can look it up. Okay, I've compiled some things right here. Okay, so Babylon. Okay, Babylon and its history. Unknown author. Okay, so they say unknown author, but they know who this author is. The city of Babylon. All right, the city Babylon is situated about 50 miles south of present-day Baghdad, Iraq. All right, during the time of Nebuchadnezzar, all right, Babylon became most important city in the world. It was a huge city on both sides of the Euphrates, with the river dividing the city into almost equal parts. All right, so now, hold on. I had something here. I scrolled up. All right. The Hanging Gardens. All right, temples. So, Slakia. There was Babylon was situated about 50 miles south of present-day Baghdad in Iraq. During the time of Nebuchadnezzar, Babylon became the most important city in the world. It was a huge city on both sides of the Euphrates, with the river dividing the city into almost equal parts. Into two almost equal parts. Both banks of the river were guarded by brick walls with 25 gates connecting the streets with ferry boats. There was one bridge built on stone piers 1 kilometer long and 10 meters wide. It had drawbridges, which were removed at night. There were also a tunnel under the river 5 meters wide and 4 meters high. In Mesopotamia, there was no stone, only clay. So the walls were made with bricks, houses, and had walls made of clay. The walls of Babylon, so just to show you that Mesopotamia and Babylon were two different places, but Babylon was that seat. That Babylon was that chief place where Nebuchadnezzar made his foothold, The walls were described by historian Josephus and Herodotus. They were doubled walls 1 meter high, forming a wide rectangular nearly 20 kilometers around the city. The walls continued below ground to prevent tunneling. They were built with 30 centimeter square bricks, which were 10 centimeters thick. The inner wall of the city consisted of 2 parallel bricks of 12 meters apart, about 7 meters thick. All right, so this city was built different. All right. 250 high watchtowers were built upon the wall. The guards' rooms for soldiers. There was a quarter mile of clear space between the city and the wall all the way around. They thought their city was totally impregnable. The most famous gate was the Ishtar Gate, which glazed bricks and carved reliefs, which was at the end of a processional avenue 250 meters long and 20 meters wide. Temples. Okay, so now you want to see the chief places of Babylon, all right, because that head of gold. Babylon was known as the city of gold, all right. It was known as the city of gold, and there was a great temple adjoining the Tower of Babel, and 25 smaller altars to Marduk. The temple to Marduk, Baal, you see, was 500 meters square. The golden image of Bel and the golden table stood in the temple weighed at least 22,000 kilograms. At the top were golden images of Bel, Ishtar, 2 golden lions, a golden table 10 meters long and 5 meters wide, a human figure of gold, solid 6 meters high. Babylon was truly a city of gold. All right? The image of gold. All right? See, it's giving you precepts. May have been set up between the Tower of Babylon and the place of Nebuchadnezzar, palace of Nebuchadnezzar. All right? The image of gold. All right? So these are just references in the scriptures, so we can go check those out right now. Okay? Daniel. We still in Daniel 3. See? Made an image of gold. See? Daniel 3:1. Nebuchadnezzar the king made an image of gold, whose height was 60 cubits, and the breadth thereof of 6 cubits. He set it up in the plain of Dura, in the province of Babylon. You see? All right? So that just shows you they had a tremendous amount of gold. All right? So hold on. All right? So you see right there that the kingdom of Babylon did exist, and it was actually called the kingdom of gold. All right? So come on, let's keep reading in Daniel chapter 2. All right. Also like here, it's up here. All right. All right, so Daniel chapter 2 and verse 39. Medio, Persian, and Greece. All right. And after thee shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. Okay, so what kingdoms are these talking about? Is he talking about right here? These two kingdoms right here. No. The Medio-Persian. Oh, Salakia. So, Salakia. All right, so we have the, Babylon is the head of gold. Now, the Medio-Persian Empire is right after this. All right. Now, you see all that green, Macedonia, all the way over there. That's where it stopped at when they tried to get, Greece and everything, But they had everything else. Okay? You see, they had it all under control. All right? Now, was the Medo-Persian Empire known for silver? Okay, well, let's find out. Okay? All right, let's look at this right here. Okay, silver and taxes. So what else is new? Okay, according to Bible prophecy, inferior empire symbolized by silver in Daniel chapter 2 verse 31 and 39 would replace the gold kingdom of Babylon. The Medo-Persians conquered Babylon in what? 539 BC, according to the 5th century BC storyteller Herodotus. The Medo-Persians developed a vast system of taxation heavily dependent upon silver during the reign of Darius the Great. Okay, under Darius, the Great Empire issued the decree in 538 BC, allowing all captives, including the Jewish people, to return to their homelands. The decree was verified in 1879 when a clay cuneiform text known as the Cyrus Cylinder was discovered in the ruins of ancient Babylon. Today, the artifact is on display in the British Museum. Cyrus gave generous grants from both the imperial treasury and his personal fortune to help returnees, but his liberal disbursements had a pecuniary agenda. He was creating a source of retrievable revenue by taxing the nations under his domination. Provincial dues payable in gold or silver were imposed on almost everything, including land, horses, mules, sheep, ivory, slaves, grain, forests, mines, and fisheries. One typical type of Persian coin was called a siglos. It was made of silver and depicted a bearded, crowned king holding a bow and spear. Darius is credited with mining this distinctive coinage. The image of the king, however, may or may not be Darius. All right, so that's the thing right here. Right here, we see right here. Okay. All right. So history speaking through the scriptures. All right. Okay. So let's go back to Daniel chapter 2. And another kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. Another kingdom of brass. What came after the Medo-Persian Empire? Let's go back here. The Greek Empire. All right. He-goats versus ram, Alexander the Great. Okay. You see him right there. The freak. The Greek freak. All right. You see his land that he conquered. He conquered everything. At that time, that was the known world. Okay. All right. And what happened during the time of the Grecian Empire? Okay. Hold on. Let's go back here. And this is a little something that I found. Doing a little research, you find some things. Okay. Recreating armors of Alexander the Great brings big surprises. Alexander the Great conquered much of the known world. All right, Greece to Egypt, and Egypt to the borders of India. All right, more than 2,300 years ago, and he remained undefeated on the battlefield at the time of his death in 323 BC. All right, so he was mighty, man. He conquered a lot of places, and in the book of Maccabees, First Maccabees, it tells you that. All right, for Gregory Aldrete, an archaeologist, there was one question that had never been addressed: what kind of armor did Alexander and his men wear? Unlike the typical armor associated with ancient times, Alexander and his army didn't use metal for armor. Instead, they used linen. Okay. Now, I had put together this,